You don't act your age, you know, but don't take it personally. Mental Health Monday is here. Aloha and welcome back to my channel. I'm Marilyn Mendoza, the self-proclaimed baby boomer booktuber, and today is Mental Health Mondays. I don't act my age, as you can see from my hat. I love hats. My boyfriend calls me the Mad Hatter, but that's another story. Today we're going to talk about the book, The Four Agreements. We're on the second agreement. Now write this down. I did. Don't take anything personally. That's the second agreement. And here's the book, The Four Agreements. You take things personally because you agree with the statements that they're saying. So inside yourself, you are agreeing. It's funny because I used to feel embarrassed when someone gave me a compliment because I didn't agree with the compliment, because I was told that I wasn't worthy in my past. Now, it's really them. It's about them and it's not about you. We take things personally because we agree with the things that are said about us that are negative. I used to feel embarrassed when people said nice things about me because I didn't agree with it. Personally, I took everything personally because words are powerful magic for the good or for the bad, and it comes from our past. I used to feel embarrassed when I was complimented because I was less sure about that. But whatever it is, it's not about us. It's always about the other person, and you have to realize that. Nothing other people do or say is because of you. I know, right? We don't really think of it that way. Even if they insult you directly, it's not about you. It's always about something that happened in their past. And if we can remember that, then we won't take things personally as much. The author of The Four Agreements says that he calls it programming, that we were programmed a certain way from our parents to take things personally. I call it tapes. We have those tapes that run in our minds. Every time someone says something about us, good or bad, we have these tapes that are played and make us feel bad. Words can be poison and bad magic. And if we take this bad magic in and think, yeah, they're right what they're saying, we're only damaging ourselves. So we have to take a different approach to when people say things to us. People tell me I don't act my age. So I think, is that true what they're telling me? Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But whatever it is, it's coming from their place, from their tapes. Now remember, poison, if we take in those magic words of poison, it becomes you. So we are affected negatively by what other people say to us if we take it personally. Sometimes we defend ourselves against what other people think or say. And you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of a lot of the political stuff that's going on now. There's the people who believe one thing, and then people believe another thing, and they're very passionate about their belief, but they also want to say, you're wrong, you're bad because you believe this. and then the other side says, no, you're wrong, you're bad. So instead of all this defending of positions, it's better to realize that they think one way because of how they were raised. It's about them. It's not that they're stupid or they don't understand. It's about them, and you believe what you believe because of what you are. So don't defend your position, because defending it is just making everything worse. That's my opinion, and I think it's the opinion of the author too. You know you're wonderful. We're all wonderful. So if someone tells us, oh, you're so beautiful, you're wonderful, you're great, the opposite of what I was talking about, that's also not to be taken personally, because that's also their opinion and is coming from their inside tapes. So if we don't take things personally, then we're always happy. And that's what the goal is, right? So even the voices that we tell ourselves aren't necessarily true. And I think I talked about that, about being impeccable with your word, that even the words that we tell ourselves aren't necessarily true. So we have to think, who told me this? Why do I believe this? Is it true or not? And that's another thing that we have to do when we don't take things personally. So basically, when we take things personally, we're suffering for nothing. How much suffering in this world is caused for nothing? I would say most of it. Because according to the author, even if you're living in hell, if you don't take it personally, if you're living with your wonderful sense of self, then you can go on. And this is true in a lot of books about Holocaust survivors who are able to survive the most horrific things because they had a wonderful mindset about their own self-worth. And even though they were suffering, they were able to still be happy. And I'm going to bring in my videos a lot about that in future videos. So we have the freedom of only being responsible for ourselves, because we can't really be responsible for other people. Yes, we're responsible for our children and how we bring them up, and we try to bring them up without that bad magic that I was talking about the last time. Start today to examine what other people say about us and if it's true or not, and try not to take things personally. So until the next time, I wish you health, wealth, mental health, and until we meet again, aloha.